Hello, I'm Edward Tarte, once a Catholic priest for 5 years in the 1960s, now an atheist, which means I find no credible evidence for the existence of any God. As many of you know, I recently presented local Catholic priest TJ with the case of a wife and mother whose doctor assured her that if she had another pregnancy, she would almost certainly die, so she should have her fallopian tubes tied. Her priest told her she must not have that done because it is intrinsically evil and a mortal sin. TJ said, "Yes, that priest is correct about Catholic teaching, but I disagree with him." Here is how TJ said it.
It is certainly a moral quandary. The Catholic Church has firmly stood against birth control throughout her history. However, this situation, I think, is definitely an exception to the rule. And I do think that the priests could have considered this. The more that I'm associated with the Catholic Church, the more that I see, I'm realizing that I think God is a lot more understanding than the Catholic Church is.
I pointed out in my most recent religion video that TJ is thereby, in the eyes of his church, a heretic about a very serious matter and therefore a grievous sinner. I said to TJ, "You are thinking for yourself. For that reason, you are too good for the Catholic Church." Now TJ has made a video response which he has titled "Changed by Love." He begins by stating a serious falsehood. The falsehood is that he misunderstood the teaching of his church. The truth is that he correctly understood the teaching of his church. Here is the first part of his video response.
Hi, this is Father TJ, Catholic priest for 3.5 years and involved in a dialogue over the last several months with a former Catholic priest who lives in my area. This video is in response to Mr. Tarte's latest video entitled "Father TJ is Too Good for the Catholic Church." First of all, I want to start by saying that I incorrectly stated the Catholic Church's position on a particular biomedical matter. My video, January the 2nd, called Moral Quandary, incorrectly stated the Catholic Church would be in favor of a particular procedure being done. In fact, the Catholic Church is not allowing that particular procedure to be done in any Catholic hospital because of a document that they released in 1993 by the Congregation of the Doctrine of Faith entitled "Response to Questions Proposed Concerning Uterine Isolation and Related Matters." And many of you YouTube commenters would love that document because it's written, the title, all in capital letters. But in it, the Catholic Church says that action cannot be allowed because the intention is sterilization. And that is why the Catholic Church does not support that particular medical procedure.
By the falsehood that he misunderstood the teaching of his church, TJ is sidestepping the content of my video. He is failing to address the fact that he was, in the eyes of his church, a heretic. In that sense, what he calls his video response actually falls far short of being an adequate response. It is not completely clear to me whether TJ now sides with that priest or not. My impression is that, unlike his position earlier this month, he now goes along with his church that the tying of a woman's tubes is in all cases intrinsically evil. If that is true, if TJ accepts his church's teaching on that and would tell it to a man and woman in a crisis situation, then I am extremely disappointed in TJ. I have called what TJ said a falsehood, and I want to distinguish between falsehood and lie. Falsehood is the generic term. A lie is a falsehood made deliberately with intent to deceive. I hardly ever will call another human being a liar, because I cannot see within the person's mind to know his or her intentions. In this case, I see some evidence that TJ is lying, but not enough evidence to be convincing. That is why I am calling what he said a falsehood, which it certainly is, and why I am not calling it what it may or may not be, a lie. That is my reaction to the first part of TJ's video, Changed by Love. I plan in another video to give you my reaction to the second part of his video. To all of you, thank you for watching.